Welcome to the Aguilar All Access, where today we'll be discussing the free market and whether or not it's a moral system. So let's just get our opinions out of the way.
Yeah.
Right off the bat.
Yeah, we both believe so, but we want to.
I know a lot of people don't. It's especially people my age, it's a very common thing to think socialism or other forms of government are a better way to run or not. And yet, capitalism is the only system that has been this successful and operates under one key principle. Humans are greedy.
Yeah.
And I know a lot of people don't want to admit that, and they want their flawless systems.
Yeah, it just inherently sounds kind of not great. It sounds bad, but it really isn't.
No, I mean, humans are inherently greedy. We want what's best for ourselves.
Yeah.
And humans are also smart enough to realize the best way to get the best outcome for everybody is if we work together, because that's what creates the greatest good for the individual.
The free market.
The free market. It operates under greed. You think the CEO of Walmart would have employ so many people, would bring so many goods to such a readily access place? What place can you get guns and diapers and condoms at the same place?
Can you still get guns at Walmart? I thought
They're just stopped selling like certain ammunition and stuff.
Oh.
But they're gonna sell their supplies first, like the supply they already have first.
Oh yeah.
They're not gonna order more. But a place like Walmart would not exist if not for free trade and capitalism.
Yes.
Not free trade, but capitalism. Because
definitely.
It breathes about competition, and competition is what creates better products. Do you think we'd have an iPhone if the first telephones were all you could have? If there was no one else innovating?
Or if they were mandated by the government. Like, everyone had to have this phone, and
you can't have a different one.
There would be no incentive to create more because you wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, and people who think you know everything in college. I mean, I'm in college, but I digress. You people wouldn't have your precious iPhone 12s. I know it's at 11, but you get my point.
Yeah, they like to think that these products can exist like in a vacuum.
Right.
Like they'll always they would have happened eventually under like socialism, when it's it is more than likely not.
It is such a blind view of history. It's such a blind and arrogant view of everything that happened before you. You just assume.
You just pretended
You just assume that you could build on the backs of giants and reap what they benefit, and just create something better because you know better, because you're more moral. Because free market is one.
I took a very leftist history class, so.
Unfortunately, I'm in a leftist history class.
It's painful. That's definitely a topic for another day.
It's painful, but you can't. You can't just reap the benefits of capitalism and the modern society that it is built, and just say that you know better, and that these ideas that you have, if they had been in place, we would be further along in our society.
Hindsight is 20/20.
Right, and it's like saying, well, if the government could just focus on it instead of capitalism, the government knew what they were doing.
Government always knows what they're doing.
Yeah, we could build better products. We could have flying cars, and we could have, anything, AI, like robots,
personal robots, and
Terminator. I mean,
I think if the government has its hand in AI, strictly the government, I think we'd be in the Terminator timeline.
Right, but it's such an arrogant view of the world to think that
they know everything.
That they know everything, and that
isn't that usually teenagers that do that, not grown-ups in college.
And it's getting worse. It's not just grown-ups. It's not just people in college. It's grown-ass men, grown-ass women who think that they deserve the world just because
simply
they were born.
Yeah.
Capitalism thrives on greed because humans are inherently greedy. If you don't think you're greedy, you are either the second coming of Jesus Christ or a liar. There's no in between. There can't be. You cannot be a human and not be at least a little selfish. Yeah. We all want what's best for ourselves. I know I do. I want to be successful. I want to operate in this capitalist society because I want to offer a product. I mean, ideally, my product would be my ideas, but and I want people to pay me for it.
Oh no.
Right?
The humanity.
I'm not gonna do. I don't want just to get anything for free. I want to work for what I get. That's how you feel satisfied. If somebody just randomly gives you $1,000, or you worked for that $1,000, there's a difference between being selfish and greedy. A greedy person doesn't inherently not want to work for their money. A selfish person wants people to do things and give things for them. And socialism operates under the view of selfishness. The idea that you're born so you should get something is what socialism operates under. You are given things. The government takes care of you. Big Daddy government controls your life and takes care of you. And somehow we're still going to be the wealthiest country in the world. Somehow we're going to still pull the most people out of poverty in the world. We have a lot of income inequality in this country. We also have a lot less poor people than most other countries.
Yeah, it's almost like there's a correlation.
It's almost as if it's relative. It's not like it's one or the other. You can't just say...
like some of the poorest people in this country are rich by, I don't know, like India standards, for example.
In other, like, third world country standards, even if you're poor and living paycheck to paycheck, still wealthier than a lot of other people. And it's that perspective. Well, there are people who make billions of dollars, so it's not fair. But
yeah, says the child.
Right? I mean, it's so crazy that their arguments are so childish. Well, it's not fair. Life isn't fair. It's not supposed to be fair. It's about how to give the most good to the most amount of people. A moral system does create billionaires because it creates the opportunity for people to thrive and do that well that they can be set for life and have their great-great-grandchildren set for life and to support so many people and set them for life. The CEO of Walmart, the founder of Walmart, do you know how much good they put out in the world? A lot of people went out of business when Walmart was created, and that sucks. But a lot more people got jobs because of it. A lot more people are a lot wealthier because of it. And a lot more people are able to afford goods because of it. And that's what capitalism does. It provides more good for more people. Where socialism will say, here's a smaller pie, but you each get a fair amount. It's crap, but you still get at least half the sandwich.
It's a disgusting 10-day-old pie, but at least it's split up evenly.
Yeah, you each get a slice instead of the world's greatest pie, and you get one slice, but they get 3, which it's unfair, but it's a lot better of a pie.
Yeah,
I don't understand.
I don't care about fairness if the pie is gross.
I don't understand any argument. And I've had a lot of arguments with people. I mean, I'm in college, so I've had a lot of arguments with socialists.
just by being in a liberal college, you're automatically, you can butt heads with a lot of people.
Yeah, I mean, I've given presentations that have been very right-wing and have a lot of people that got mad at me for it and discussed them.
Shocker.
I have not yet to hear one good argument from socialism that is anything but rooted in selfishness. You can't make an argument that you deserve something unless it's being selfish. You don't deserve anything. The government doesn't owe you anything other than protecting the basic freedoms that are guaranteed in the Constitution. Everything else is added.
Which allows us to operate in the free market in the first place.
Yeah, and freedom leads to more good. I mean, you can't say that if you take away freedoms, more good will come out of it. That's just such a leap that I can't even make it. Well, I don't understand it.
Yeah, I like to try and put myself in opposing view shoes, but in regards to the socialism thing, it's always quite baffling that, like, because they have that greater good mentality, I think is like the real driving force, which
unfortunately I get. I used to have, but
oh yeah, in a way I get it. In a way I agree with it, but only for very few instances.
In a utopian society, it would be perfect.
Oh, yeah. But the issue we come across, as you mentioned earlier, is that humans are not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. Therefore, socialism is inherently useless.
Flawed?
It's flawed. I mean, capitalism is flawed, so, you can't really
obviously,
use that argument,
but it's inherently...
It's inherently bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's no...
Because it assumes you get to take away people's things simply because you want them, even if you didn't earn them. Just because you exist, all of a sudden, you're the world.